What's up, guys? It's your guy Victor Mason back at you again with another freight video. Today we're talking about why the large brokerages are losing to the small brokerages. They got the power, but we're taking the power as individual brokers and we're breaking it down step by step. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe and enjoy the video. Peace. Big brokerages are losing ground. Not because they forgot how to move freight, but because the market has changed and their business model hasn't kept up. So in this video, I want to explain why large brokerages are struggling to compete with independent agents, what's really happening inside the industry, and why this shift matters if you're thinking about building a freight business of your own. So let's start with the biggest advantage that independent agents have is speed. Large brokerages move slowly. Decisions go through layers of management, pricing goes through approvals, and exceptions take time. Independent agents move fast. They quote faster. They adjust faster. They solve problems in real time. And in today's freight market, speed is no longer a luxury. It's a competitive advantage. The second advantage is ownership. Independent agents own their relationships. They know their customers personally, and they know their carriers personally. At big brokerages, relationships are often owned by the company, not by the individual. Accounts get reassigned, sales reps rotate, operations teams change. And shippers notice that. They don't want a call center. They want a person who knows their freight. Another major issue is incentive alignment. At large brokerages, brokers are often paid on volume. That creates bad behavior. Chasing loads, racing to the bottom on price, burning carriers, overpromising the shippers. Independent agents are paid on margin and repeat business. That changes behavior. They protect relationships. They protect pricing. And they think long-term. And long-term thinking wins in tight markets. So now let's talk about structure. Big brokerages are built for scale, but scale creates bureaucracy, rigid processes, inflexible systems, standardized solutions for non-standard problems. Independent agents operate differently. They customize. They understand their customers' operations, and they tailor solutions. They adapt lane by lane, customer by customer. And in today's market, customization beats standardization. Another factor is cost. Like larger brokerages carry heavy overhead, office space, management layers, tech stacks, compliance departments. All of that has to be paid for. Independent agents operate lean, lower overhead, fewer layers, more flexibility on pricing. That gives them the room to compete without destroying their margin. And there's also a trust shift happening. Shippers are more cautious than ever because they've been burned by missed pickups, late delivery, poor communications. Big brokerages promise scale. Independent agents deliver accountability. Like when something goes wrong, there's one person responsible. And in logistics, accountability builds loyalty. Now, here's the part that most people don't talk about. Big brokerages aren't bad. They're built for a different era. They were designed for high volume, stable markets, and an abundant capacity. But today's market is different. It's volatile. Capacity is uneven. Execution matters more than volume. And in that environment, small, focused operators often outperform large institutions. This is also why more top performers are leaving big brokerages. They don't want caps, they don't want territories, and they don't want politics. They want control, right? Control over customers, control over pricing, control over their own book of business. And that's exactly what independent models offer. But here's the most important warning. Independence only works if the structure is right. Weak authority, poor systems, bad carrier onboarding, loose compliance. Those kill independent brokerages fast. This is why most independent brokers fail in their first year. Not because independence doesn't work, but because they built it wrong. This is why setup matters more than ever. The right authority, the right systems, the right operating playbook, the right carrier network. Fixing a broken brokerage costs more than building it correctly from day one. So why are big brokerages losing to independent agents? Because the market now rewards speed, ownership, accountability, customization, and execution, not bureaucracy. So if you're thinking about freight brokerage or thinking about leaving a big firm, here's the takeaway. Independence is powerful, but only when it's built correctly. Some people want to figure this out through trial and error. Others want speed, certainty, and risk reduction. And if you're in that second group, I work with a small number of clients where we help structure and launch freight brokerages the right way from day one, built for today's market, not yesterday. So if that sounds like you, check the link in the description or comment freight and I'll send you the details. So if this video helped you, like it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.